Howdy, my name's Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the newish Lethal Cosmetics Nightflower collection. So if you want to see how I got this look and my thoughts on the palette and a couple of other things in the collection, then just keep watching. So again, welcome. My name is Anna. For those of you who are new here, I just like to talk about makeup, and I really like wigs and glitter and dress up and all things makeup. So today, like I said, we're gonna be talking about the Nightflower collection with Lethal Cosmetics. And this is the eyeshadow palette. I only picked up a couple things. There was a larger range and I didn't pick up the whole thing. I kind of got like one of each, but I did get the eyeshadow palette. It looks like this on the inside. It is very pretty. I have to admit, for some reason, I'm just not that excited about this. I played around with it once and just wasn't super thrilled, but I thought maybe with the wig and like really doing up a full complete look, I might be more interested. But anyway, let's just see how this goes. We'll do some swatches as well. But this is, so Lethal does a lot of single shadows. And then this one was a palette that they curated themselves. So they put together this color story, and there are mattes and some multi-chromes, some new multi-chromes. I'm actually not seeing like an incredible color flip on those. I'm more seeing kind of a duochrome sort of thing. This one you can sort of see multiple. Anyways, we will swatch that. This retails for $50. One thing that I was disappointed about, and this is really silly, but the actual pans don't have the shade names on the back. So you can actually, there's holes on the back so you can poke out the pans and like make your own color stories and things. But I don't have the shade names of this, which I like to have, because if I order shadows from them, I sort of have a running list of like what I own, and I don't know, in the moment, it's just nice to be able to look at what I have or compare it or know the shade name. So I'm going to try to give you the shade names as I go today, but I'm going to be kind of looking online and doing this. So we'll see. Anyways, the other components of this set or this collection were these, let's see, liners. And they're like these pot liners. I'm actually not sure exactly. I'm not a graphic liner kind of gal. I don't know what I'm doing in that regard, but I thought I would check one of these out and try it. So I picked up, let's see, what is this shade called? They had a bundle of 4, but I just picked up one. Oh, it says on the bottom. This is called Fidelity. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna try that. The other thing in the collection where they came out with 3 new duochrome, multi-chrome highlighters. And I picked up the shade Halo. There were a couple others. And I got the little compact for it. But it looks like this. It is, oops. Okay, well, just dug my nail in. That's nice. It's kind of a pink to an icy blue. So I think I'm gonna try that. In fact, let's just, I'm kind of curious. Oof, it's kind of messy. But I thought I would see if I could kind of use that as like an all over shimmer today. I don't know, is that giving me like a moonlit situation? I can't quite tell. All right, so there's that. I mean, not that that's really necessarily how it's supposed to be used, but I'm not really into the supposed-tos, so we do what we want over here. All right, I don't know. Can't really tell. Again, I don't think that's really the intended purpose, but I just wanted to try. All right, so I guess let's just start with an eye look. I'm gonna prime my eyes and zoom in, and I will be right back. Okay, I am getting ahead of myself. I'm going to swatch these first, and then we'll do an eye look. Eyes are primed though. All right, so I have the shades pulled up here. See, the thing is, the swatches online, and I'll put a photo of that up, I feel like looked more exciting than the palette actually looks in real life. And it does say, so it's 6 mattes, 3 classic metallics, 1 duochrome, and 3 multichromes. And I don't really see the multichrome in these. So we'll swatch these and we'll see what happens. All right, hopefully I'm getting these right. So I think Moonbeam is this shade right here. It's a matte. And I like their formula usually. I mean, their mattes are really nice. Oh, well then, I'm gonna switch those to the other hand. Okay. That is the exact same color as my skin. Like, can you even see that? I can't see that. And I don't think it's, wow, that is literally just the exact same color as my skin. That's kind of amazing. Wow, you can barely see that. Okay, interesting. And then I believe Allure is this one. They're not in order here. And like I said, I don't have the names on the back, so I don't know exactly. This, I believe, is one of the multichromes. Kind of goes from a gold to a pink. Sort of a chunky formula. Yeah, you can see the swatch of the other one on my hand, or on my finger, but it's really the same color as my skin. Okay, anyways, this one, like I said, I think it's called Allure. Okay, like I said, it's a little bit chunky. It is very pretty. That one is very pretty. It's got sort of like a coral, pink, gold. Okay, so I can see the multichrome in that. Very good. And this next one is called Twilight, right here. And this is kind of like a periwinkle with a gold. I wonder if this is the duochrome. Again, it's kind of chunky and messy. But these, I think, tend to be a bit like that, so kind of knew what I was getting into in that way. That's also quite pretty. I only see 2 shades in that, though. I don't know if that's considered one of the multichromes or not. And this next one is called Dahlia, and this is sort of a magenta fuchsia rose color, I'd say. A matte. This next shade is called Nox. And it just looks like a shiny royal purple to me. So I think that might be one of the metallics. And this next shade, I believe, might be considered one of the multichromes. Might be the duochrome. But this one is called Aurora, and it's a super pretty shade. It's like a kind of electric light blue. But yeah, I guess I see a little bit of like a mint colored flip in there from certain angles. And maybe I do see a little bit of pink. It's not very strong. It is a very pretty shade though. I do like this color story. I don't know why I'm not that excited about this. Something about it. All right, this next shade is called Lithophyte, and it's sort of a mid-tone mauve, leaning toward, it's a pretty standard mauve, I would say. Yeah, I love that color. And then this next one I think is considered a multi-chrome, and this one is called Evenfall. And it's got like red to purple to blue, so yeah, I can see that. That one is a multi-chrome. Again, it's very chunky, but it does smooth out. I think you can even see that color shift pretty well there. All right, and this next shade is called Circadian, and it's kind of a mid-tone gray with just a hint of like a lavender, and it's a matte. Very, very cool toned shade. It almost looks just straight up gray, but I feel like there is just a hint of lavender in that. And this next one is Wisteria. And I mean, it's basically a wisteria purple is how I would, or what I would call that. It's a light kind of lavender shade, wisteria. And then this next one, Night Long, is, I mean, it's a metallic, and I think this is just a metallic, I don't think this is a duochrome. Maybe it is. Maybe I can see blue to purple. Yeah, maybe that's a duochrome blue to purple. And this last shade is called Midnight, and it is a very deep sort of plummy purple. Almost with like a hint of brown in there. I like how deep it is. I think that's nice for the palette. I think that's gonna have the most depth of any of these shades. So this is the palette. I think there are some really lovely shades in here. I think the palette as a whole, I don't know, swatched out is just a little lackluster for me. But there are some really, really lovely shades. I really, really do like this shade. I think it's called Aurora. Is that right? Yeah, right. Right here. It's called Aurora. I like that one a lot. This is very unique, I think. Kind of gold and pink. It's pretty shimmery, sort of purpley shade. So, with the gold in it. So like I said, there are some pretty shades here. Overall, just, I don't know. Okay, shall we do a look? Let's do it. So I'm gonna zoom in and I will be right back. Okay, so I'm not even gonna bother with this because it just looks like, well, actually, yeah, let's do it. Let's just put that over my entire, maybe it would be a good like eyeshadow base for me. So I think that one is called Moonbeam. I am not 100% sure on that. Moonbeam and Allure are sort of swapped on this photo that I'm looking at. So I think this one's called Moonbeam. So yeah, I think that is sort of a perfect neutral base for me. Oh, and I forgot to mention, there is a little saying on the mirror that says, like a wildflower, grow in unexpected places. And I do really like that. And I like the sentiment, and I like this brand. I sort of like their whole vibe. Next, I want to take this shade, I believe it's called Wisteria, on a Blend Bunny Cosmetics B1 brush. And I'm going to place that on the outer and inner portions of my eye. Kind of high up into the crease. I mean, in the crease and then higher up. Okay, and then now going into this shade, which I believe is called Dahlia, with that same brush, and focusing that sort of inside of those sections that I did with that lighter shade. I guess not lighter, just a little bit more diffused shade. This is a little warmer, I don't know, gives it a little bit more pop, I guess. So this is all applying really nicely. These mattes, I really do like their matte formula. All right, and then I'm gonna clean off that brush a bit and take this shade here called Circadian, I think. And with a pretty light hand, I wanna just connect kind of high up above my crease and in my crease. Put those two, like connect those two shades or sides. A little bit cooler shade than the purple. I guess I'll take this midnight shade, and I'm just going to put that on basically the outer half with a smaller brush of my lash line, just to see sort of how it does. Just right here. All right, and then with my finger, I'm going to go into what I believe is called, Twilight. And I'm just going to put that on the transition between where I have shadow and just my, the center of my lid where there's really not a lot of shadow on both sides. And my eye is so small, it's basically filling up that entire space, but I'm really trying to focus it just on that, on those transition spots. That actually has a very, very lovely glow to it. Okay, and then on the center of my lid, I'm hoping that this shade right here, which I believe is called Allure, I'm hoping that sort of really adds a lot to this look. And sort of try to blend that out a little bit. So that there's not like a stark, harsh line. Let's take this shade along most of the lower lash line. Tiny rougher brush. It's a rougher 23. I'm gonna try to put that like right in my lashes. I don't want it to go too far, too low. Sort of trying to tie it into my wig a little, I think, with that. It kind of worked. Yeah, it's just not that exciting. I don't know. Okay. Now taking on a Morphe 213, sort of a little baby flat brush. Going to take this shade. I think it's called Aurora. And I'm going to that in my inner corner as sort of like a statement, if you will. Oh yeah. Okay, I like that. That's very cute. I'm going to go back into this shade called Twilight. I think this one is called Twilight. And I'm going to use that to sort of bring the blues into each other. I mean, it's not blue, but I don't know. I think it just might work because I like that pop of blue kind of on its own. But this is where I'm putting this, like this shade. So what I want to try to do, and I'm scared to death, that's okay. It's just for fun. It's just for fun. I want to try to use this. Oh, and the liners are $15.50 on the website, or you can get, there were 4 shades, and you can get the whole bundle for $49.60. All right, so it says this is waterproof, so I don't think I need to add water to use it. Am I totally wrong? I don't know what I'm doing. It's fine. I'm taking this little Morphe M25. I can't read that. This is what it says. 250-0. And it's a little tiny brush. Okay. Oh, I'm scared. Maybe we should just do something cute and small, like a little star or something. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm clearly not a graphic liner kind of person. I think that's fine. Okay. Do we just keep it on one side? I think we're just gonna keep that on one side. All right. Okay. I'm going to put some mascara on, and then we'll play around with the highlighter. All right, so I am almost at the final look. We just have one more element to play with, and this is the highlighter that I talked about. And this one, again, is called Halo, and it retails for $20. It does come just as the single like pan. It's just the pan, and I bought this little compact thing for, I think it was $3. So I guess if you want this whole thing, it would be $23. At any rate, it's yeah, like a blue to a pink sort of situation. I wanted to add it to my brow bone. I didn't feel like there was really a shade that I wanted to use for that in the palette, so I'm going to do that now. This is a rougher 28, and yeah, just to add a little bit of shine. I should have done this before putting those stars on my brow bone. I think it's pretty cute. It's not really something that I'm comfortable with, so who knows whether or not I don't even know what I'm saying. So I don't really know. I mean, it was very smooth and pretty easy to apply. I don't think I have the right brush for it. I would want an even smaller brush. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure. I don't think graphic liner is really my thing, but I think that that's cute, and I think that it worked really well. I did try to clean it up with this Brow Food. I thought it was called Lash Food when I ordered it, but it says Brow Food on it. But it's like a little cleanup pen, and so I sort of like, you know, went along the edges and tried to clean that up a bit. Anyways, it was emollient and easy to use for someone who does not know what they're doing. So there's that. That's all I can say about it. And this highlighter does look amazing as a brow bone highlight with this palette. Wow. Again, did that in the wrong order. Don't do what I did. Okay, let's fix that up a little bit. Okay. All right, and then I want to put this on my cheeks. Just take my highlighter brush and it's pretty sparkly. It does give sort of like a glow, I suppose. It's like a strong, ooh, yeah, okay, all right. I put more on the other side, so I'm gonna build this up a bit. It's definitely not subtle. It sits, I don't know if you can see that, it kind of sits on top a bit. Very gleamy. It's pretty, it's interesting. It's very cool toned. You know, there's that like icy blue. I think I might take my blush brush and just tone that down just slightly. Yeah, I think that's kind of pretty. If you want sort of, I would say that reads much more blue than pink. Almost like a white. Yeah, it's pretty. All right, so this is the final look. I have to admit, it did turn out pretty good. I like it better today than when I played with it the other day. I did not use a lot of deeper shades. And I think maybe I just thought like it got messy before, whereas I kind of like it as this lighter, I'm looking here because I'm trying to like compose my thoughts here. Let's do it this way. So it was definitely easy to work with. Like it was easy to blend. The shimmers are a little bit messy, but honestly, I really don't have very much fallout on my face at all. So it's like a chunky formula, but it didn't fall down on my face at all, actually. So that's cool. I love that blue shade. I would say I like this better than I thought I did going into this. I think, and this is the nice thing about, you know, these lethal palettes is you can pop out the shades and add different ones. I think I would want to trade something, maybe this I would prefer to be like a super light pink. I feel like a really light pink would be nice in this palette. And I don't know, maybe I wouldn't particularly need this shade and trade that out for like a really, like trade it out for honestly this highlighter shade, like something really light and bright. Yeah, but guess what? I can do that because these are shades that I can pop out and replace, and they do sell single shades. In fact, they have some lighter sort of multi-chromes. So yeah, I could trade that out if I wanted to. Overall, I think this is cuter than I was expecting. So I'm happy with it. I'm still not sure if I would get the whole thing again or not. I do really like this palette. I think it's really cute, the design on it. I don't know if you can see the sort of shiny, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's really cool. I like that. So yeah, I would want the names of the shades on the backs of the pans and maybe just trade out a couple shades in here. Yeah, so that is the Nightflower palette from Lethal. I think it's good. It's not my favorite. I think if you like this color story, it is good quality. From what I can tell, it's a lighter palette than I was expecting. It's not like, and I didn't really use the deeper tones. I guess I could have built up, you know, the outer corners more, and I bet you I could get a deeper look. Like I said, I think I used sort of the deeper colors and got a messier look before, so I don't know. I think it has to do with my makeup skills almost more than it does the palette. I do think that the formula is easy to work with, for the most part. So yeah, these mattes were great. The mattes were great, and the shimmers were a little bit chunky, but and a little bit, I think they're more subtle. They're not like the blinding, and I think Lethal is kind of like this. Their shimmers are a little bit more subtle, but I sort of like the glow from them, like the subtle glow. I think that's very pretty. You see that? Yeah, so it's cute. Yeah, I like it. I like it. It's not my favorite palette ever, but I like it. It's cute. Anyways, that was my thoughts. Did I get everything? I think so. That is my thoughts on the Nightflower collection, at least what I picked up of it. If you're a graphic liner person, I think this is fine. I'm not the person to go by on this. I just thought I would try it out. Maybe I will try a wing with this at some point. But it did seem to apply really smoothly. And then, again, the shadows in here performed well. And the highlighter is, it's pretty, you know? Actually, I like it better than I thought I was going to. It definitely shows a little bit of texture, but I mean, it's a highlighter. I think it does kind of sit on top a little bit. It's not like perfectly enmeshed in with my foundation. It didn't pick anything up or anything, but looks cute with this blush color. The blush I used was this new Kaleidos. I believe this one is called Dreamscape Dreamwalk. It's not actually on the component, which I don't know why. Maybe it just doesn't matter. It's this shade. Kind of a cooler blush. Anyways, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching this video. If you did like it, I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, I'd love if you would hit that subscribe button and join this lovely, lovely community. Thank you to my subscribers, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.